The Mercurius Mind presents to you our weekly dose of inspirational teachings. So sit back, listen, and thrive. And please, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you can get notification every time we release a new dose. Let's go!
Today, I want to talk about turning your goals into growth. This is a very sensitive teaching today, so I oblige you to pay attention. Before I start, I want to establish this fact that it is impossible to have effective goal, write them down, work towards them, and achieve them without you experiencing growth, both personally and mentally. And goals are not meant to just be pursued. Goals are meant to guide us. So referring to your goals every now and then keeps you in check. And note this: any goal that you have without any proper layout action steps to achieve them is simply an intention or just a wish, which may or may not happen. Or maybe to make it worse, I would just call it an illusion, because a goal is supposed to have some action steps that will be set out for you to achieve them. So if you will recall, at the beginning I said that it is impossible to have effective goal. Write them down. Note that word, write them down. I know many of us don't like writing things down. They consider it old-fashioned and all that. But I just want to tell you one secret today that will make you to love writing. Now, in psychology, writing is a kind of psychoneural muscular activity which helps bridge and integrate the conscious and the subconscious minds. Now, what this means is writing creates an interrelationship between your nervous system, which is your subconscious mind, and your consciousness. So whenever you write things down, you are incorporating that thing. You are bringing together both your conscious and your subconscious mind together in a book. So in a simple word, whenever you write, you are giving that thing life. Whatever you put down on a paper, you are giving that word life. So that is the importance of writing. Just like the way when God created man, he breathed into man. So when you write, you breathe into every word you write. This is why the old Chinese proverb said that the faintest ink is more powerful than the strongest memory. I remember a friend I used to, she will be telling me all the time that you love writing, you write a lot. Oh yes, I do. I love writing just because I know the value of writing. But I know someone out there might be saying, I have been doing this, I've been writing my goals out, but it's difficult for me to achieve them. Anyway, let me give you this a good insights that will make you to be able to write attainable goals that you can be able to achieve. Now, before you write your goals down, you have to note this. First thing you have to do first is identify your roles in life. If you don't identify your roles and you just go on to write your goals, it will be difficult because the thing will be interjecting with each other. You identify your different roles in life. When you identify your different roles in life, then you can be able to write goals that are attainable and achievable. By roles, I mean identify the different roles, like your professional roles, your personal roles, like if you're a father or a mother, a brother, a son, community roles like the public service, the organizations, the volunteer organization, your spiritual roles, if you're a pastor, if you're a deacon, if you're an apostle, if you're a reverend. All these things are very important that you identify all these roles before you can be able to make or create or write down your goals towards each role. So when you identify these roles, you can set your goals according to each roles, and that is when you have a clearer picture of what you want in each role. So the truth is, this thing that I'm telling you now, I don't know this before. I used to write my goals generally, and sometimes I end up not achieving them, or sometimes I end up just achieving little because I just put down my goals generally, and I didn't realize that sometimes the roles that we play in life has a lot to do with how we go after our goals. It has a lot to do with how we achieve our goals. That is why I said it is very important for you to identify your different roles in life before you write your goals. And the reason is the different roles you play in life affects your goals. Now, but the thing is, it's not just enough for you to identify those roles. You have to write those roles down. Now, this is where the main thing is. Writing those roles down, you can call it your personal mission statement. Many of us think that you only write a mission statement for your business or for an organization or for whatever. You can have a personal mission statement, and in those statements, what you put down is your roles, and that would help you that will guide you in setting the long-term goals to achieving those roles and being active in all those roles. So personal mission statement, when you create something like that, in your personal mission statement, you gain balance and clarity. It gives you balance and clarity. You don't get carried away in one role at the expense of another. The personal mission statement keeps you in check. It keeps you in balance. It makes you to be able to know when you are abandoning one of your role because you are in pursuit of the other. It makes you to realize that. Put down your personal mission statement. What it does is it helps you now to go ahead to think about a long-term goal that you want to accomplish in each of those roles. For an example, if you're a father, as a father, this is what I want to be. This is an example of what I want to be with for my children. This is an example of what I want to, this is an example of the role that I want to play. If you are a husband, the roles that you want to play. If you are a pastor, that, okay, this is the goals that I have for my congregation. This is this and this is that. So knowing that alone, identifying those roles alone will make you put down goals or set goals that will be in line with those roles, and that will make those goals to be very attainable and achievable. So this is how the steps goes. Identify your various roles, write them down as your personal mission statement, and then think about goals you want to accomplish in each roles and write them down too. This might look too much, but trust me, this thing works. It's something that I just started doing. I didn't know this. I've been writing goals for years now, but when I found this out, it was mind-blowing. So if you really desire to be successful, if you really desire to achieve goals, if you really desire progress in life, trust me, you have to do this. This is something that is worth it. It's something that has been tested. I'm telling you, me myself, but from the time I started identifying my roles and placing the goals or writing the goals that will match each role in my life, that is when I began to see that these goals are so easy for me to achieve them, because now I have the balance, I have the clarity that I need to go after each goals, and it makes me lay out an attainable action steps in achieving those goals. And when you do these things, when you write down this personal mission statement and you set out your roles, identify your roles, and you set out goals to achieving those roles. Now, those goals will actually turn into growth, and what will happen is your goals that are with timeline will actually turn into growth without a finish line. I beg you to listen. I'm not trying to market anything to you. This is something that works. This is something that you have to do. If you try to do it this week, try to identify, put down a paper, write it, your personal mission statement. Identify the roles that you play in life or in your career, whatever you're an executive, you're a salesperson, put that down. That is your professional role. In a family, if you're a mother, if you're a wife, put that down too, because that is your personal role. Then in your community out there, if you have any public service that you're offering, any volunteer organization, put that down. So when you do all those things, what it will make you, it will give you a clarity in how to set a goals that will be very achievable. And the good thing, the thing that brings happiness in life is when you see that the goals that you set, that you achieve them gradually. Progress is one thing that gives happiness in life. So I just beg you this week, if this is one thing that you would do today, just get yourself a book and begin to write down. Call it your personal mission statement. This will guide you. It will give you clarity. You'll be amazed the result you will have in few weeks. Thank you for listening, and God bless you. If you like this podcast, make sure to subscribe